Greetings to Dr. Raza. My name is Dylan Devinder Singh, and I'm going to begin the presentation of our project by talking about the introduction. So, for the introduction, our database is for a restaurant called Snapeat that sells fast food. The purpose is to keep track of general interaction between customer, staff, and delivery process. This database is designed with strategically linked attributes so that everything is systematic. Moving on to the tables we've created for this project. There are a total of 9 tables, beginning with staff table. Listed are the staff ID, full name, address, state, position, salary and gender. Next, customers table. Listed are their ID, full name, address, state, gender, phone number, and registration date. Menu item table. Listed are the menu ID, menu name, menu price, and menu description. For the three of the table presented, there are a total of 10 datas. Moving on to the customer table. Written the table ID, table number, capacity of customer, table location, and table availability status. Next, order list table, which lists the order ID, customer ID, table ID, order date, order time, order status, and order total price. For the total price part, all of the data is null. This is because it will be recreated in the query section. Next, order details table, which lists menu ID, order item price, and order quantity. Next, delivery table and reservation table. In the delivery table, listed is the ID, customer ID, staff ID, order ID, delivery date, delivery time, delivery status, and delivery mode. For the reservation table, reservation ID, customer ID, table ID, reservation date, reservation time, and the number of customers. Finally, for the payment table, the payment ID, order ID, customer ID, payment date, and payment method used by the customer.
Hi and Assalamualaikum, I'm Zahra Irina and I'm going to present projection and selection. Projection refers to the operation of selecting certain column from a table and ignoring others, while selection refers to the operation of retrieving rows from a table that meet certain criteria. So here is the example of the queries that our group made. First, we have list all customer who are from Terengganu. Terengganu is the certain criteria that this question want. So, we select all the attribute from the table customer where customer state equal to Terengganu. So, the table appear is just 2 person, which is Amina Aisyah and Melati Nadia, because they are from Terengganu. Next, for the question, display all staff who work as cashier and chef. So the question want staff who just work as cashier and chef only. So we select all the attribute from the staff table where staff position in cashier and chef, which is the criteria is cashier and chef. So the table appear is just for the staff who work as the cashier and chef.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Najwa and I'm going to present about aggregation and grouping. So aggregate operation are used to perform summarization of data in a table. And here is the first query question. Find the maximum and minimum price from the menu. So we have to select all from the table of menu item where the menu price is the maximum and the minimum, which is the aggregate operation. And here we have the output. As we can see, the menu ID MT004, and this is the highest price, 12.99, and the menu ID MT008, and the lowest price is 2.99. Next is find the maximum and minimum salary along with staff ID and staff full name. As the previous question, we have to select all, but for this only have to select staff ID, staff full name, and the salary. and we use the same aggregate function, which is maximum and minimum, and we have the output like here. The next question is, find the average salary of the staff and write it as average salary. So we have to use S to rename it as average salary, and here the operation is AVG, and it will calculate the average from the table staff, and the output will be average salary 2,700. The next question, display how many quantities of food or beverages have been ordered for each menu. Sort the output by quantity. So we have to select the menu ID and we have to count the order quantity as quantity of each menu. We have to rename it from the order details table, and we have to group it by menu ID right here, and the order by count order quantity. So it will be default as ascending order. Next, display the number of customers who buy for each item along with menu ID and item price, and we have to sort the output by total customer. So here we have to select the menu ID and the order item price, and we have to count the order ID as total customers like this, and it will be taken from the order details table, and we have to group it by the menu ID and order item price, and the order by count order ID, which is we already renamed it as total customers, so it will be the ascending order. Lastly, display the number of customers who are female. So here we have to select count customer gender as the total for female, and it will get from the customer table where the customer gender is female. So they count it and it will get, we have 5 customers who are female. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Next, I will present 3.3.2 join. Join is an operation that combines row from 2 or more tables based on related column between 2 or 3 tables. So here I'm going to represent some query from our project. For the first query, find the total price needed to pay by each customer. Sort the output by customer number in ascending order. First, we select attribute customer ID and make it as a customer ID. Then we select the order item price and calculate it and make it as a total price. This attribute is from the order details table. Then order details table join the order list table by using natural join. And then this table is grouped by customer ID and order by customer ID. So here we get the table, customer ID and the total price. Then for the list the detail of all deliveries made by staff member who has staff ID ST009. First, we select delivery date, delivery time, delivery status, delivery mode, customer full name, and customer address. Customer full name and customer address is from customer table, while the other attribute is from delivery table. So delivery table is join customer table because in delivery table we have also customer ID. Same goes to the customer table. Customer table also have a customer ID. So here we must find the staff. We must find the customer who handled by the staff with ID ST009. Lastly, the question is get the total number of orders and total price amount for each menu. First, we select menu name and count the total orders, which is order ID. Then the order item price is calculate and make it as a total price. This attribute is from menu item. Then menu item is join the order details table because in the order details table we have menu ID. Then this table is grouped by menu name and the the table is ordered by total price in descending order. So here is the table, which is we have menu name, total orders and total price. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Filza Shazaliana binti Muhammad Supian. I am from S21. My metric number is P0323105997. I would like to continue the discussion with 3.3.3 set operation. There are 4 set of operations, which are union, intersection, set difference, and division. However, on our project, we choose only 3 operations. First of all, union is needed when you want to combine more than one table, and it will show all data from both tables. The first example for union is list ID, full name, address, and state from both staff and customer who are from Johor. The SQL command is select staff ID as ID, staff full name as full name, staff address as address, and staff state as state. From staff, where staff state equals to Johor, union, select cast ID, cast full name, cast address, cast state from customer, where cast state is equals to Johor. The table will appear as below. There are 4 data which shows the same state, which is Johor. Next, the second example is list ID, full name, and gender for both staff and customer whose gender is female. The SQL command is same as previous example, but changed to where cast gender is equals to F that shows female. The table will appear as below. Next, there are 2 examples for intersection. Intersection is used when we want to display the intersect part, where it will display the only same data from both tables. Firstly, display all customer ID who's made a reservation and order. The SQL command is select cast ID as customer ID who make reservation and order. From reservation, intersect, select cast ID from order list. The table will appear as below. There are 5 data of all of it. Secondly, the example is display all customer ID from Selangor and have order for ice chocolate. This command a bit different from previous, which need to have join since involve more than one table. The difference is select ol.castID from order list OL, join order details OD on ol.orderID equals to OD order ID, join menu item M on od.menuid equals to m.menuid, where m.menu name equals to ice chocolate. The table will appear as below. There are 2 datas. And the last one is set difference or minus operation. It is opposite with intersection, where it will display data that is not same on both tables. First example is list all staff ID and staff full name who are not working as runner delivery. The SQL command is select staff ID, staff full name, minus select s.staff ID, s.staff full name from staff S, join delivery D on s.staff ID equals to d.staff ID. The table will appear as below. There are 8 data overall. Next, list all customer ID and customer full name from Selangor who are not made any reservation. The command is same as previous, but must state where cast state equals to Selangor. So it will filter and use the data which the state is Selangor and compare with reservation table. The table will appear as below. There are 2 data. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Desitra and I'll be presenting about our group project single row subquery operation and multi-row subquery operation. And for single row subquery operation is query returns a single or one value, and a multiple row subquery is when inner query returns one or many values. And this is for the single row subquery operation. List the reservation ID, customer ID, table ID, reservation date, reservation time and number of customers made by Nurul Fatiha. And the SQL code is select reservation ID, customer ID, table ID, reservation date, reservation time, number of customer from the reservation table where customer ID equals to bracket select customer ID from customer where customer full name equals to Nurul Fatiha. As you can see, the reservation ID is RT005, customer ID CT008, table ID TC005, reservation date, reservation time, and number of customer. This is another sample of the single row subquery operation. Display menu ID, order item price, and order quantity made by David Windren. And the SQL code is select menu ID, order item price, order quantity from order details, where order ID equals to select order ID from order list, where customer ID equals to bracket select customer ID from customer, where customer full name equals to David Windren. And this is the menu ID ordered by David Windren, MT003, MT004, MT008, MT09, order ID 4, OT004, order item price, and order quantity. And this is the multiple row subquery operation for our group project. The sample is first, list the delivery ID, customer ID, order ID, delivery date, delivery time, and delivery mode made by Melody Nadia and Angel Tan. And this is the SQL code. Select delivery ID, customer ID, order ID, delivery date, delivery time, delivery mode from delivery as stated in the question. And then where customer ID is in bracket, select customer ID from customer, where customer full name equals to Melati Nadia or customer full name equals to Angel Tan. For subquery, or can represent N. And then output shows the delivery ID for both customers, DD001, DD002, customer ID, CT003, CT005, order ID 3 and 5 also, delivery date, delivery time, and delivery mode. And this is the last sample. Display menu ID, order item price, and order quantity made by David Windren and Vishika David. And then this is the SQL code, select menu ID, order item price, order quantity from order details, where order ID in bracket select order ID from order list, where order ID is equals to OT004 or order ID equals to 03006. For David Windren, the order ID is 004 and Vishika David is 006. And then this is the menu ID ordered by them. The order ID is OT006. OT006 is MT001 until MT010 is made by order ID OT006, and the others are made by order ID OT004. And then this is the order item price and order quantity. That's all from me. Thank you.
To conclude, by integrating key components, the database ensures that all critical information is stored and accessible in a structured manner. Thank you.